Alright, sorry guys, this is going to take a while for me to set up. I'm kind of running late here. Nothing really happened too much. Mascis went for a T-set, MST Soul's Scapegoat at the end, and then flipped Gravekeeper Spy, attacked for 1200, and Soul drew and set this. And now it's Mascis' turn again. That's all anyone missed. So, we're in winner's round. Oh, this is winner's quarters. Winner's quarters, wow. Oh, we got 4 spies on the field. Maybe they're playing a mirror match. Yeah, Soul doesn't know this, but he's not playing as Mascis' skilled magician deck. That's what he played against last time. And he was not too happy to rack up a loss there. He bounced back, to his credit. Oh, now it looks like his faith just got sucked up by 1,000 Eyes. But yeah, so this is a run back from a ranked game that happened a couple days ago. And since I know their list, I can say it's not a 40-card mirror match, but they're pretty close. Both of them are playing goat decks with spies, as you can see from their graveyards. Mascis has a pretty aggressive 1,000 Eyes, but he doesn't, I guess, without Nobleman across that, he doesn't really have a choice. You really got to keep Soul from getting a second Pot of Greed activation off. We'll see if Soul is gonna answer that 1,000 Eyes, like with the Tsukiyomi. Since that didn't get ringed or booked, I'm gonna go on a limb and guess like Torrential or Saku for the back row. Because he set the goat turn 1. Ooh, what did he just set there? Maybe he drew the book. That's always an awkward situation to be in. Like, they resolve 1,000 Eyes on you, and then you draw Book of Moon the turn after. And so, like, you can Book of Moon their 1,000 Eyes and try to hit over it, but then you're not in a great position if they suck red to you. Not the best heavy storm here. Mascis gets off Ceasefire. That's a card. If Soul is a professional, that'll be a Tsukiyomi. Tsukiyomi will flip that 1,000 Eyes down. What are you doing, Soul? Chain that book. Did I get them both right? Booking a second go, okay. Ooh. Oh yeah, I love doing this. You take their defense spy and then, oh no, he's tributing for Parshath. Okay, even better. Yeah, he is going for a lot of damage. Whoa. He's got a light. Careful, buddy. Better have it out to BLS. So that's 500, 24, 29, 32. 34? 7? Oh yeah, okay. I did my math wrong. Yeah, 34. It's another actually even in life. And Soul is setting what he hopes is an out to a BLS. Pot of Greed. Let's see if Mascis can get it. Wasteful Charity, here we go. He's digging deep. Obviously, with a Dark and a Light in the Grave, and pretty much everything left in deck, Mascis has more than a few, like more than enough outs to be drawing into in like top 15 cards. Question is what Soul's got. Looks like he's not that optimistic. What is he discarding? What are we discarding here, man? Knock, book, 6 in hand. Clear ass board. Is that heavy? Blade Knight. So you gonna set down to 2,000 attack. That will get over Parshath. What's he gonna do to it though? Do you have another book? What do we have? What do we have? That attack will resolve. Not the worst thing that could happen to Soul. Actually, if he had a book, it might not even be correct to let that go through like that. Or to book the Blade Knight. Yeah, because now he can book the Faith at the end phase. Really fuck Mascis up. Ooh, yeah, that's gonna be game. Does he can flip that. Mascis has a ring left, but it won't kill Soul if he uses it. Chain Goat. Yeah. Last 2 cards, Tribe and discard. Now he's just gonna clear the board. Now he better have a BLS. That game got out of Mascis' hands fast. Second meta's gone too. Ugh. He got Spy, so that could be a guard. Okay. Was not a guard. And we are going to game 2 just like that. Soul up 1. And I believe they will not be side decking too much. Because he didn't have shit for BLS other than the ring. But yeah, Mascis is playing like a couple cards off of Max's list. He has 42, which is kind of a dead giveaway. I forget what the differences are. Yeah, I decided not to lock everyone into Max's deck, because I do want to be able to like look at deck lists and say like, oh, well, these decks did well in this tournament, these decks didn't do so well. And yeah, Mascis. Okay, yeah, he's playing 42. Max had 41 or something. Mascis added something that he wasn't playing. Like, it might have been a third spy or something like that. No, it's not skilled dark. Ooh, actually, let's see if we can find out. It is. Oh, yeah, that's it. It's the Azure Priest. Which is another funny thing, because if you look at those Nationals lists from 05, phew, didn't get Trinity. But yeah, if you look at those Nationals lists from 05, actually not that many of them were playing Azure Priest. Here, I'll bring them up. Oh, this is the bracket, by the way. But 2005 Nationals, like, so you have so one of them was sided, and then outside of the sided copy, 4 were maining it. Whereas nowadays it's considered pretty close, like not absolute staple, especially if you play Xarian format. Then it's like not even that good. But in the actual Go format, the one we play on DuelistGroundz without Xarian Universe Legal, it's pretty close to staple in Go Control, which is a different picture than U.S. Nationals 05 painted. Were we frozen here? Okay, yeah, I missed a couple of things. Sorry, guys. Duo hit these 2, and Thousand Eyes hit a something. The good news is that Soul, there's only one Air Knight Parshath in Mascis' deck for Soul to worry about here, and only one Tsukuyomi as well, I believe. God, 2005 deck lists were so weird. Almost none of them played Tusuk. Tsukuyomi's so good. Normal summon that clears Thousand Eyes for free. Yeah, so Duo doesn't even look that hot here, because on the same turn he had to play Mascis, just had to Thousand Eyes for a face down. I don't know what that is. It's probably not a Faith. It's probably a Spy. And I probably disagree with Mascis going for the meta there. Let's see what he does with it, though. Well, I mean, he's passed for like 5 turns. So the answer is nothing. And just like that, Soul has like refilled his hand, and like these turns of draw go. One of the many reasons why people that complain about opening Trinity, specifically in Goat Mirrors, to a lesser extent in general, but especially in Goat Mirrors, like usually, like yeah, if your hand is like super shitty and theirs is like super good, in addition to the Trinity pieces, then the game isn't very interactive, and you probably die in a couple turns. But stuff like this, like duo pot alone, that does not in itself put the game firmly in their hands. You still have to draw other pieces and use them correctly to actually be able to force that advantage. And if you don't, then this happens, and you just draw go forever, sitting behind some go tokens that do nothing for you, and your opponent eventually gets a full grit back. You have 5 to 2 cards on turn 2. That's a pretty good advantage, but stuff like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 to 7 on turn like 8. Not so much. Mascis Field finally showing signs of weakness. Ooh, he's siding a giant Trunade. What the fuck are you doing? I don't think Mascis should have sided at all. Wait, what the? Oh, I really hope I'm not glitched. Okay, thank God. Okay, yeah, Soul just plays. As you can see, the charity came out of that side of his hand. He never shuffled it, so he did indeed have that charity in his hand. He didn't do like the pro gamble cheat, like put meta on field, draw 3, draw graceful charity in among them. That'd be like some Peter Chang shit, some Stacky Chang shit. So yeah, Soul gets a good graceful off, discarding Serpent. Mascis set a card, so I feel like this is the turn where he tributes that 1,000 Eyes for something. No, no, no. How many Faith are we banishing? 1. Mascis banishes 1. Wonder what that set monster is. Soul banishes 3. Maybe this would be a good time to talk about this, because I think this is the first time in any of these matches that someone's been playing 3 Faith. But this is actually not that bad, and people in 2005 knew this too. One thing you can do is that, so like, if you go second to their like pot set a monster, set Book of Moon or something, and go, and you know them across that and it's a Faith, right? If you're playing 2 Faith, and you have 1 in your hand, you banish 1, and they instantly know that you have the second one in hand. But if you play 3 Faith, and you have 1 in your hand, you banish 2 Faith, and then you get to set your third one for free, and there's no chance they're going to think it's a Faith. They probably just let you flip it next turn and not even waste a no one to cross out on it. And you can steal games just like that. I don't think any of those Nationals lists played 3 Faith, but I don't want to say it never showed up in SJC top 8s. Maybe it did. I can't remember off the top of my head. But there's definitely something that was on their mind back then, and that remains on the mind of good players today. What the fuck, Mascis? Into turn discarding 2? Come on, dude. You're just drawing and passing. Actually, the way that Nobleman played out is kind of screwing Soul, because now he's like way behind Mascis in tech, despite the fact that this motherfucker had a pot. Not only did he charity to get 3 cards more in, but then Nog banished 2 more out of his deck, while it only banished 1 from Mascis. So at the very least, Mascis is sure now that he can play Drago forever, and Soul will have to be the one that breaks the 1,000 Eyes lock. Question is if Mascis will be able to survive by the time Soul can do that. The advantage that he started off with has just been slipping away from him all game now. It doesn't help that he put this shit on the field for some reason that I am unaware of. So if he's drawn his Tsukiyomi since then, certainly is not able to play it right now. Kind of a minor error, but a key one on Mascis' part. Oh, yo, if Soul gets his W, he's also locked for individual playoffs in Warring, so. This match is a bit of a double entendre. It's got a double meaning. He's looking up Max's list. He probably is. Oh, he just tribute set. I'm pretty sure I know what he tribute set, but I don't want to look stupid if it's something else. I mean, no, fuck it. It's almost certainly a Parshath, statistically speaking. Whoa! What the fuck are you doing? Did he slide out his Jinzo for that? Well, on the bright side, Soul doesn't miss out because he tribute set. Gotta put one back in hand, though. Actually, not ideal here. I almost want to say he should target a goat token. We start getting him out of the way. Blade Knight also a respectable choice. As you can see, there are no lights here, and that's probably going to be key for Soul to pay attention to in these next few turns. Trying to just make sure if he's going to have a light back row like this, he's got to make sure that Mascis doesn't just steal it with some like premature BLS, kill you. Mascis sets another. He's finally drawing stuff he can set instead of discard. God, to have to end of turn discard something that isn't a Sinister Serpent in a draw go game state is just really hell. Like, with Morphing Jar, it's not that bad because if you're drawing and passing, and both of you are doing that, then Morphing Jar might not be the most live card there. But still, if you have a choice between having a Morphing Jar in hand and not having a Morphing Jar in hand, you still generally want to take the having a card in hand part. An easy way to illustrate that is obviously, just if you're familiar with card advantage, you don't need any explanation of that. But if you aren't, a great way to illustrate the phenomenon in Go format is you're top decking. You draw, set a back row. You draw, add Sinister to your hand. You got 2 cards in hand. You set a back row, set Sinister, go. Your opponent knows it's Sinister. You draw, add Sinister to your hand. You have 3 cards in hand. Then you set a back row, set a monster, and go. Your opponent doesn't automatically know it's a Sinister. They have to at least consider the possibility, like, okay, what could he have drawn other than Sinister that he would set? Gives him an opportunity to make a wrong call. Gives you an opportunity to kind of like next level him. Generally, it's a favorable spot to be in. Ooh, Heavy Storm hitting Heavy Storm. Whew, now Soul's gonna set fucking everything. When did he set that? They really gotta put a log for spectators. This fucking sucks. I really want to see when he set that. When he set that heavy. I think he did it. Nah. I don't know. That you worried you if you had Storm. Well, it's not about that. It's that your Storm is gone. It's not just about what he's going to do this turn. Like, the way Ghost works, because all this shit is limited, like, every Heavy Storm, even if it just destroys 1 card, then it's getting you some kind of information, right?
No, he's not a paranoid drillroid, you tard. Woo! 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 Ooh. We doing a soup lock. Hit thems. Flip the yeah. Kill the Mobius. Don't put it back in his hand, obviously. You don't want to throw away the benefit of seeing Heavy Storm gone. And True Nade. Oh, why that's in his deck, though? I guess because Soul is setting a lot of back row. His deck actually doesn't play that much, though. They want to smoke too. I mean, vape. Yeah, these motherfuckers have huge hands. You know what they say about guys with big hands? MSC. Oh, you suck. I agree, Soul. Hoes do want to fuck. And I did say, bitch, good luck. This is weird. All this text just got bold. And it's because I clicked or something. I don't know how to... Yeah, I'm surprised. This is one of those weaknesses of only playing one Tsukiyomi that I guess they didn't really notice back in 2005, or that they didn't care too much about. Can he do... What would his try... Harshaft 35 ELS, it still leaves him 200. I don't know what he's gonna do here. We'll see. Maybe a ring, but you know, one of those things. Like having a suit was really a make or break thing there for Mascis. I'm thinking. Okay, so he's got knock for the it's certainly Faith at this point. There's no fucking way that's not Faith, yeah. It not game. No, it's not. I definitely thought he was going to drop Tribe first. Clear all the beasts, and then he would have room for BLS too. But, shit. Draw ring one time? Wait, maybe his ring's gone. No, it's not. Maybe Soul just gets fucked here, but another thing, that Blade Knight is in Mascis' hand still, and it's definitely not in his grave. And Soul did it right, so he used Thousand Eyes to suck up the guard so he could knock that second Faith, and therefore keep it out of his grave. I don't think Mascis has used Charity yet, so he could use that to put a light engrave. But we'll see. I feel like if he was holding Charity, it would have been just activated by now. Ring, ring, ring. What? What you saying good game for? Mascis with the Protect setting back rows during the battle phase. I approve of that. As the head tournament organizer, I approve of that play. Just because. Book of Moon the BLS? You used Book of the Moon on the BLS. Meta Gatling Dragon, go. You won't. God, Soul. Set a fucking ring already. I've seen 24 cards. Oh god. Holy shit. Breaker. Mobius, what's that one gonna be? Singing. Ooh. Guess he already has Sinister. Premature BLS. One time. Get over that. Yeah, so this game is just kind of moving at a snail's pace for Mascis. Where's that Blade Knight? What are you doing? Called on it? Ooh, this could be bad. I wonder if Mascis has big enough balls to just pass. What the fuck? Okay, then the last card in your hand is Blade Knight. He's not dead. Missing swords in defense. I don't know about that. Yeah, I guess. I don't know what 1900 attack monster he's worried about. Soul's got a morphing jar in hand, 4 others. Needs hopefully he doesn't have 5 normal summons in his hand, in which case he probably just loses. Oh, he's got a Tsukiyomi too. It's only 3 that can answer shit here. How many scapegoats are left? Does he have a third? He could have a third. Snatch. Mirror Force gone. No Saku gone. Scapegoat? Yeah. Okay. So as we know, the last card in Mascis' hand is Blade Knight. Interestingly enough, he cannot use that Blade Knight. Ooh, he had 2 Sooks, that sucks. He cannot use that Blade Knight to crash with Tribe to make a BLSD top decks live, because the Blade Knight will be at 2,000 attack, and therefore kill the Tribe. Mascis up to 2,000 life, so he's got a little bit of wiggle room, still not that much. Oh, never mind, he had a Sinister, so he could have added Sinister to do that Blade Knight thing.
messaging me. Okay, here we go. BLS. No BLS! Oh, Soul's so happy right now. Come on, use premature already, goddamn. Oof, oof, oof. Duo. Duo. What are we doing here? Saying it. He might have used that duo too early. Actually, no, because if he had just set Morphing Jar, Mystic Swordsman would have just screwed him over. These guys are in like their last. What the fuck? What is going on here? This game is so weird. Can you please just premature him already, for God's sake? Or ring. Or Mascis draw BLS. Mascis still has BLS. He's got another book. Okay, here we go. Pot of Greed. And I'm not crazy, right? Yeah, Soul still has the premature. And a call. Yeah. So no matter what, he has enough time to kill. Oh, but shit, Ring won't do it with BLS at least. Oh, oops. Oh yeah, I mean, in Soul's defense, Mascis should be playing around fucking Mirror Force no matter what here. Okay, yeah, Soul has all his Book of Moons left, so this is fine. If he's playing into Ring here, that'd be bad. Giving him a draw when you don't need to. Kind of dangerous because Max did play Morphing Jar, so okay, yeah, you gotta do priority here. First set, clearly Sinister. Do you have another knock? Yeah, Soul does have access to one more knock, so if he's really scared of Morphing Jar right here, he can knock that. Or he can use his third meta, Gatling Dragon. Try to do it that way. Oh, never mind. Morphing Jar was discarded by Mascis. We talked about that earlier. So yeah, Soul feeling pretty safe right now. Vanish, not taking any chances. And good thing he did. DD Assailant, kind of a mediocre card. Exactly 13, he couldn't crash. Sucks to suck, noob. Or he couldn't crash assuming he didn't know there was a Mirror Force there. Oh shit, if he rings here. No ring in your top 31, that sucks for Mascis. Toss out that BOS. Soul still has a call to Haunted. Still got one Parshath too. Sucker at 2, Mirror Force. He's got Torrential left. He's got one Book of Moon left. Torrential. Okay, so here we go with Call of the Haunted for that. Wait, did I get frozen? What is Soul thinking about doing? Hail the Mary. Ooh. No singing. Third goat, third goat, third goat. Hold your breath. Yeah. And Soul takes it. Jesus Christ, that was some kind of game 2. Don't be too mad, Mascis. No, that actually was a really good game. Can't be too mad about that one.